Good morning, Richwoods. Just want to say happy Sunday, and let's just worship together. Singing, oh, Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, send us with power into the world. Oh, Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, fill us with fire and hope for the world. Singing, oh, Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, send us with power into the world. Oh, Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, fill us with fire and hope for the world. We are gathered in your name with expectancy and faith. We are waiting. We are waiting. Give us boldness to proclaim all the wonders of your grace. We are ready. We are ready. Oh, Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, send us with power into the world. Oh, Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, fill us with fire and hope for the world. Your compassion for the lost, love that sent you to the cross. We receive it. We receive it. Jesus, you are worth it all. No matter what the cost, we believe it. We believe it. Oh, Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, send us with power into the world. Oh, Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, fill us with fire and hope for the world. We're gonna ask God to shake this room. Whatever room you're in, whatever room you're worshiping in right now, whatever room you're listening to, just really begin to ask God to awaken your heart right now. Let this room be shaken. Let our hearts be broken. Let your church awaken. Woo! To your love. Let this room be shaken. Hey, let our hearts be broken. Let your church awaken to your love. Let this room be shaken and let our hearts be broken. Hey, let your church awaken to your love. Singing, oh, Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, send us with power into the world. Oh, Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, fill us with fire. Woo! And hope for the world. Singing, oh, Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, send us with power into the world. Oh, Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, fill us with fire. Hey! And hope for the world. Let room be shaken. Hey, let our hearts be broken. Let your church awaken to your love. Let this room be shaken, and let our hearts be broken. Let your church awaken to your love. Sing it. Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, send us with power into the world. Holy Spirit, move in our hearts, fill us with fire and hope for the world.
Hey Richwoods families, let me start by wishing you a happy new year. I wanted to finish the year with a short message for you and your family to just sit around and have a conversation. For us as a church, it has been an incredible year. We have so much to be thankful for. When you go through the scriptures, Jesus reminds us almost so frequently that we should be people of gratitude. Yes, life is hard. And for us as a church, this year has had its challenges, it's had its ups, it's had its downs, and everything in between. But one of the things that keeps us dependent upon God, keeps us trusting in Him, is when we look backwards, we can see so many things to be grateful for. And so what I wanted to do was set the stage for you and your family to have a nice little conversation and look back at 2023 and maybe have one question to answer as you head into 2024. As a church, we are grateful for incredible growth. Our services have been more full than ever. We are reaching people. We are helping more people than ever find and follow Jesus. Our discipleship platform with one-to-one discipleship is seeing so many people connecting weekly in disciple making and formation. We have seen more baptisms this year than any time since I have been here. Matter of fact, our students have filled our baptism tank week after week after week. We are coming off of the largest Christmas service we have had in years. Over 1,500 people came to our church over 4 services. It was an incredible weekend of life change and spiritual connection as we looked with curiosity and wonder at the birth of Jesus. We have covered incredible series this year, like the book of Ruth and the book of 1 John. And one of the surprising series was our Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, where we learned how to be the neighbors that Jesus called us to be. We have expanded our staff. We are expanding again next year. We are heading into 2024 with an increased budget of over $250,000 higher than the year before, because there's so many things God has planned. There is so much to be grateful for. Me personally, I'm grateful for one of the most incredible staffs you could ever ask for. An incredible leadership team with the Elder Board, connections in our community with Dream Center and United Way and Home for All that God continues to open up. Partnerships with pastors across the city. And next year, I begin to be a chaplain for the Peoria Fire Department. God has truly been kind to our church and to me and to our entire staff. So what about you? How has God filled your cup? What are the things that you could be grateful for? What I'd love for you to do, whether you're by yourself or you're with your husband or wife or you're with your kids, I would love for you to stop right now and just have some time to answer 3 questions that are centered around being grateful and thankful for what God has done and what God might do. The first question I'd love for you to ask is, what was the best moment of your year? As you look back at 2023 as a family, as individuals, what sticks out? What immediately pops to mind as one of the highlights of your year? For me, to be honest, one of them is right now. I hoped that it would snow during this video, and here I am surrounded by this beautiful white snow here in the East Bluff where I'm recording this from. What a beautiful gift from God. As you look back over the year, what are you celebrating? What was the best moment of the year? Let me encourage you just to pause the video and have a second to ask that together as a family. My second question is a little bit different, but a lot fun. We as a staff asked this question: what is the weirdest moment of the year? What was the weirdest thing that happened to us on staff? As you can imagine, most of our weird moments centered around Pastor Jeremiah, our worship pastor, because that is what he brings to our staff. He brings some weird stuff. But for you and your family, as you look back at 2023, what was weird? What was like, wow, I did not see that happening? What was like, holy cow, that was so awkward and weird, but it made you laugh. It made you rejoice with each other. It made you giggle together. What is it? What was your weird moment? Go around the room, ask your kids, what is the weirdest thing that happened to you this year? And then lastly, I would love for you to look forward with gratitude. I don't know what God's gonna do in your life next year. I don't know what He's gonna do in mine. I have an anticipation of incredible things for our church. I'm asking Jesus to be as big as He's ever been for Richwoods Christian Church. But I don't know what's going to happen. So as you look forward as a family, what are you asking God for? What would fill you with gratitude? What would you be thankful for if God would do it next year? Maybe just go around and ask one another, what is your biggest dream for 2024? If God could do anything, which He can, what would be the thing that you would ask for? Matter of fact, if you could pray knowing that whatever you prayed, God would do it, what would be your prayer? I would love for you to talk around what in 2024 is our biggest prayer request. What are we asking God for that maybe would make Him so real? Remember, part of our prayer saturation calling is that God becomes real to His people when He answers prayer. What's your big prayer for 2024? Discuss that as a family. Write them down. Put them somewhere that you can look back next year and say, man, God did answer and here's how He answered. I hope you enjoyed asking these questions together. I hope they made you laugh. I hope they made you think about last year. I hope they make you live with anticipation for 2024. As your lead pastor, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the most incredible year of ministry in my life. This has been the most fruitful, joyful, challenging, but amazing year for me as a pastor. And it's because of you. It's because of our church. It's because of this amazing city that me and my family have fallen madly in love with. I thank you so much for being a part of our lives. I thank you for the notes and letters and emails and encouraging words you have said to me that have gotten me through the valleys. I thank you for loving on our staff. I thank you for loving our church. I thank you because you were a part of helping us this year help other people find and follow Christ. I can't wait to see what God has in 2024. I can't wait to make that journey with you. I can't wait to live out our 4 callings and put our values into place all over this city. I hope the new year is safe and healthy and wonderful for you. And I hope you know how much me and the elders of our church and our staff love you very, very much. Happy New Year. I can't wait to see you on January 7th when we gather back together at 9 and 11 a.m. to take our new journey into a series called Immersed. I can't wait to tell you more about it.